Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to a special Saturday afternoon session where I'm coming back on to finish up, actually complete. I didn't even start the free readings this morning, so we are coming back on to complete all of those. So we will get those taken care of. There is no chat listed in this session because I'm not taking any new questions on here. But I will be back this evening at 6 p.m. Mountain Time and tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time if you'd like to come back then. Um, After I'm finished here, I will put a comment down in the bottom of um, the video here. Sorry, there's some people playing outside my window here, easily distracted. But they've got the, I will post a comment listing the order in which all of the readings are completed so that you can find your reading more easily. All right. So that is what is happening there. Let me just get this completed here and we will get going here. Let me just shrink this down a little bit, make some space. All right. All right. So I will be using the Light Seers Tarot today. And so that's where we're going to be pulling cards from if you want to see what the deck looks like here. Here is the box. I actually have two decks. It's almost two decks. There's one card missing. So I've put them all together in one huge deck. So we might even have some duplicates come out, which is cool. All right. So we are going to start off with the first free reading, which is Kritika Malhotra. And you want to know how will this week go? So let's take a look here and see what we've got going on here. All right, well, you got two sevens coming in here. We've got the Chariot, which is the major arcana number 7, which is the power of choice energy that comes in here for you this week. The 7 of Pentacles, is usually the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. But with this powerful energy coming together with these two sevens, this is about, you're starting to get some idea of the fruit that is being, coming your way, of the things that you've planted, the things that you've done, and you're starting to see the fruition of things. But I feel like you're choosing with this power of choice card to take some alternate routes. Some of the fruit that's being born and coming to pass is like, well, I don't know if that's really what I want anymore. Why did I choose that? And like, okay, I remember now. I chose it because other people wanted me to choose that. Like they wanted me to plant an apple orchard because they wanted applesauce and apple fritters and apple juice and different things like that. And but you're like, I'm not really into apples. I wanted more avocado trees because I want to make guacamole. And so there is this, change of direction, this change and altering that I feel is coming in here this next week as you start to see the fruition of some things come in, and don't be afraid to change your mind about something, whether it's a sub major, a minor in school, or the direction you wanted to head, with friendships or relationships or whatever it may be, whatever this fruition is that you see coming, and you're like, you're just not it's not floating your boat anymore. It's okay, you can sink the boat or sell the boat to someone else, right? So I like that energy for you. So just be open to your power of choice this coming week. I like it. All right, so that's what they have for you, Kritika Malhotra. Many blessings to you. And then Shirley Rodriguez, you are up. You want to know what is coming in for you. So let's take a look here. All right. Well, you've got this, temperance energy here, which is about balance and patience. And the 3 of Pentacles has to do with this energy of being true to your authentic self. But I feel like what they're having you kind of be aware of here, the temperance is usually things going back and forth, and it takes time for something to, transform and something to come into its full um, capacity, right? It's like alchemy, so two thing, a base metal going back and forth, eventually turning into gold. But there's like, it's taking a long time for something to unfold. This 3 of Pentacles is about asking for help from the outside world, that you can have 2 trusted people, like this is you creating it and you're asking help from two individuals that can help move things along. And because when you try to do things yourself, it might just because you're doing everything takes longer. This is like asking for assistance, and this will help you get to the end of things faster. Whatever this may be that you're trying to create or get through or whatever, just know that you're not in it alone, that you can ask for assistance. But I feel like it's people in the outside world. You can always ask help from spirit, but this is about asking from the outside world. I know asking, we like to be the one giving, but this will give a couple people the opportunity to help you the way you've helped a lot of people. So I really feel like it's important for you to give people a chance to help you for a change. So that's what they have for you, Shirley. So many blessings to you. All right. And then we've got Kavya Dixit, maybe, if I'm probably totally murdering that, my apologies. And thank you for liking the video. And he wanted to ask what's coming towards you. All right, let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know here. All right. You've got some very big birthing energy with both of these. The Empress is about, this Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, nurturing yourself, choosing things for yourself, moving forward on things that you're wanting, not self sacrificing, not giving everyone else everything first. This Queen of Wands is showing that you have this capacity to really put your energy forward, really focus on what you're wanting. And if you're unclear, the Queen of Wands also has a great ability to connect to the spirit realm, well, the realm. um, and so, you know, if you're like, I'm not sure what I want or which one's the right answer, ask spirit to bring clarity and they'll make it a no-brainer decisions for you because they will bring in clarity around things. But definitely have this great capacity here with the Empress for creation, for creativity. But again, it comes back to being true to you, making decisions for you, not going, well, this would be best for everyone. Well, this is this, but it'll be less for me. This is all about what is good for you. And this is what's coming towards you are these decisions that you are going to be able to make, but it's about for a change, putting you first. And you're allowed to do this. Spirit is saying, yes, yes, because what is best for you actually ends up being best for everyone. But if you sacrifice yourself, it actually ends up not being the thing that's beneficial for everyone. So I like this birthing and putting yourself first energy. So that's what they have for you, Kavya. So many blessings to you. And then Happy Pill, you are up next. You want to know what you need to know. So let's take a look here and see what Spirit says here. All right. They want you to know you're more powerful than you've ever been taught to believe. And you have some beliefs here with the Seven of Swords that are limiting, that have stolen opportunities from you in the past because you have some old belief systems that are, let's say, pushed down below the surface, which, are making themselves known. It's like this crow. "Gah, gah, gah, gah." I mean, they're in your face. And so there's these opportunities that are coming up and these any fears or uncertainties that are bubbling up. Just realize with this King of Wands, you are powerful. You have this energy to make things happen. And these old beliefs, these old things that were said and communicated to you are BS. They're not true. They were said out of fear from someone else. They were afraid for you or afraid for themselves or afraid for everyone. And so they were like, oh, no, 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 you can't do that. Oh, no, 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 you can't do that. You have to do this. So there's a lot of this restrictive type of um, deceptive thinking that's there that's been cheating you of opportunities. And they're coming forward here so you could question them, release them, and really step into your power. So I feel like that's what you need to know right now is you're so much more powerful than you've been taught to believe in the past. So it's time. It's time to step up and time to put those lies where they belong in the trash. Transform them into higher wisdom or knowledge too. You don't have to throw them away, but you can go, okay, I learned a lot about myself through this. but they're untrue. And now here's the truth, the capital T truth of who I really am. And that transforms it for you. So I like it. Right. So that's what they have for you. So many blessings. And then, Julie, you would like some guidance on an upcoming exam. Are you just going, so you're just going with the flow right now? How much is possible, not overburdening yourself? Okay. You know, we've got here, you've got the Six of Cups energy. This balanced emotion is good. The Two of Wands is, you're putting a plan together. So, you know, I like that you're going with the flow and not trying to overburden yourself. And because when you're calm, you will retain a lot and you'll have access to what you're studying. If you're freaking out, you're gonna have trouble studying, you're gonna have trouble recalling things because you're in fear. But with this exam, if you just plan it though, I feel like if you like all the stuff you need to study, put something on your calendar every day to make sure you get through everything you need to by the end, not stressing out because you just realize I'm going with the flow and I'm just going to put a plan together to make sure you've covered the material that you want to cover before then. Be reasonable with yourself though. Don't overburden yourself. Just put it on there so that you have it as part of your daily plan to have it happen with this Two of Wands. So I like it for you. I feel like you'll do well. Um, Remaining calm is an important piece of your adventure here. So I like it for you. It feels very positive. Just do a little bit of planning, but not definitely don't overburden yourself like you said that you're not doing. So that's good. That's very supportive. All right. So that's what they have for you, Julie. So many blessings. I would say good luck, but you're not going to need it. So enjoy the journey. All right. And then content, you are up. You want a general for next week. All right. You've got the Hermit card and the Two of Swords. So if you have decisions to make next week, which I feel like you will, with this Two of Swords, it's about closing your eyes and opening your heart. With this Hermit card, before making some major decisions, definitely step back away from all the chaos and the noise so you can see things clearly. And that Hermit card is about you connecting to the higher realms, connecting to the spirit world and asking them for that clarity. That's what the Two of Swords says. Close your eyes, open your heart, connect up, listen with your heart to the spirit realm, and allow your heart to have a seat at the table. Don't make decisions strictly from your mind. Allow yourself to, um, have this, place from your heart in there as well. So I like this for you. I feel like it's just some decisions, some important decisions to make, but you don't want to make them with your mind because they're made out of fear, where your heart allows you to see things and allows you to have more of a living type of experience instead of an existing type of experience, which I feel is important for you. Right. So that's what they have for you right now. Content. So many blessings to you. And then Ateshi Singh, you want to know, is he the one stalking your social media profiles? All right, let's take a look. Is he the one? All right. You've got the Knight of Cups and you've got the Seven of Cups, emotional confusion. I don't feel like it's a specific like somebody because I feel like with this Seven of Cups, I feel like it's someone that's looking at a variety of different profiles, and it is someone who is looking for love, but I don't feel like it's, someone who is stalking kind of energy. This feels more pure and more, um, I don't know. It just feels more pure. It doesn't feel like someone sneaking or someone that you know. It feels like someone who's looking at a variety of things and they liked what they saw here with the Seven of Cups. They're like, oh, look at that. So I don't feel any weirdness with this. I feel like it's someone who's browsing and like I said, they liked what they saw with your social media. But and it's not just you. I feel like it's like a handful with that Seven of Cups with that energy coming in there. So hopefully that helps. And I like it. It feels like someone who has genuine interest in who you are, not a crazy, freaky, scary, creepy kind of energy. I feel like you're okay. All right. So that's what they have for you, Teshi. So many blessings to you. And then Eagle, you're up. You want to know, does RK think about you? Let's take a look here. You know, with this Nine of Cups, this is like emotional dream come true in the Tower card that comes in here too. I feel like they're more focused here right now in their dreams, and I feel like with this Tower card, they've got some shaking and some things being removed out of their life that have really suddenly um, got a lot of their attention because it's removing some things, it's shaking up like their dream come true kind of energy of their life. And so I feel like they're really, really distracted around trying to get trying to hold their life together, trying to hold their dream together because there's things that are challenging this perceived dream that they think they're supposed to have here. So I don't feel like it's personal, like they don't think about you, like you're not worthy of it or anything like that. I just feel like they are so distracted by the outside world and all the stuff that's happening that everything's on hold in their life right now. So that's the kind of energy I feel coming in right now for them, Eagle. All right. So many blessings to you. And then Starfall, you are up next. You want to know, do we see anything happening between you and the Leo W this month, like friendship or romance? All right, let's take a look here and see what we have here. Okay, well, you got the Lovers card coming in here. So it definitely is an important relationship. It feels very grounded with this King of Pentacles. So I feel like at the very least, it does feel like a solid foundation of friendship energy with that King of Pentacles. But that Lovers card, I feel like it's important to friendship, but I feel like there's more to it. So it's like, is it friendship? Is it romance? Is it friendship with a little bit of, outlining of romance in it right now, where I feel like there's a friendship, but there's this underlying, it's almost unspoken connection between the two of you this month because we're talking about this month. So I just feel like, there's a grounding of friendship with this energy, but like I said, with a little bit of tint of romance. It's like like you're drinking something, you're going, I taste a little tint of vanilla in this. And you're like, yeah, you're right. And it is in there, but it's unspoken right now, at least in this month. So that's what they have for you, Starfall. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Swaroop, Bobby, you wanted a love reading. Let's see what the spirit wants you to know about love right now. All right. I feel like you're really getting a lot of clarity here around what a dream come true means for you. The Four of Wands is like a marriage and celebration card, and of course, the Star card is about wishing upon a star, and there's a lot of clarity. I feel like you're figuring out right now. I feel like this is a period not to continue to kind of do what you've always done. I feel like you're in a pause period where you're connecting, you're looking at things higher, you're seeing things um, more with more clarity, and just really figuring out what you don't want, why you want what you think you want, and with that, that's why you're letting some things go because you're like, I don't know if I really want this. I just, thought this is what I would want, but when I really think about it and I see other people, I'm like, that's not important to me. And I feel like you're really whittling down what's important and what is just other people's opinion regarding love for your life. And I feel like it's such an important thing for you to discover because whenever you're focusing energy, you're drawing it. But if you're drawing in things you don't want, then you can change what you're focusing on and draw in the things your heart truly wants. So I feel like it's mainly clarity that's coming in a lot with where you are right now, right? So that's what they have. So no one coming in right now. I feel like your soul is telling you to kind of simmer down on dating or pursuing to figure this out first because It's like if you're gonna put in an order for something on Amazon or somewhere, you wanna know what you want first. You wanna just click a bunch of stuff and order it and then have to return it. You're like, "I really wanna know what I want, and then I'm gonna order what I want." And that's the attitude that's coming in here. That's funny. Alright, but that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. And then Grace, 1111, you are up, and I believe you were one of our winners. Let me just grab my little printout here. Thought you were one. Yeah, you were one of the winners of the Zen Cricket memberships today. So congratulations and enjoy your month-long free access to the Zen Cricket information. If you want to know more about it, you can check the description box of this video. I think I have it in this video too. So be sure to check that out. And you wanted a general reading. So let's take a look and see what we have here. All right. I feel like right now you're in the process of gathering back a lot of your emotional energy with this Eight of Cups. You're walking away from relationships and situationships and even friendships, family, different people that you're investing a lot of emotional energy. You're not really getting anything back. And it's okay. I mean, for children, that's okay. Children don't have the capacity, but if it's with adults, you're like, you know what? If I'm always giving 70, 80, 90%, and usually only getting 10, 20, 30% back, that's a poor investment, right? And you can evaluate those and go, is it time to let those go? Whether it is friendships, family, like I said, old relationships, whatever it may be. So it's time to clear house. It's also about transforming some old emotions that you have below the surface that no longer serve you as well, because you're preparing for a relationship, a deeper relationship. If you have a relationship now, it's about taking your relationship deeper. But if you're not in a relationship, this makes a lot of sense because you're gathering back a lot of this emotional energy so that you have this storehouse to invest in a relationship and it doesn't feel like it's exhausting because you've got all this storehouse of all this emotional energy that had been just flowing out into the outside world, but now you have all of this available for you. So taking the time to do this will make your future relationship that's coming your way, or if I don't feel like you're in a current relationship, but I feel like there's this, relationship that's coming your way. It's like, yes, I'm so glad that I've done this emotional decluttering. So I have all this um, huge emotional bank account that's full of emotional energy. So I feel like that's what they want you to know right now, Grace. So many blessings to you. And then Lynx Lee, you wanted a love reading. Let's take a look here. you know, I feel like here with the Two of Pentacles, there's this, balancing energy that's coming in. You do have like this two individuals that are going to be coming forward. I feel like you got something like this before. Did you actually get this Two of Pentacles before? It feels like this is a repetitive message for you, but if it isn't, then someone else got something similar because there's this. You have two individuals that are coming in. One looks good on paper. They're like, wow, this is like seems like they'd be a good relationship. The mind is thinking they match all these things on this list, right? But your heart goes, "Oh, but look at this person." And that person is the one that you wanna choose. Not the one that just seems like they're the one, but the one that the heart is leaping toward. Just makes it an easy choice. The Six of Pentacles is victory. It is fire, it is passion, it's equal passion. Whereas I feel the other one ends up being a dud. It just the connection isn't there. It just kind of dies off anyway. And then, but that's why I feel like this one that just feels like zap, and there's this attraction that normally it's not someone that you would like. If you had the choice, you'd be like, well, obviously I'm going to go for that one because they have all this criteria. But your heart's like, no, no, this one, this one, this one. Do that one. All right. All right. So that's what's coming in for you, Links Lee, right now. So many blessings to you. And then Goldie, you want to know anything that you need to know. Yeah, you've got this big connection with spirit coming up for you right here. You've got both the Queen of Wands, which has an amazing connection to spirit. The black cat that's there, like near her lap, represents the cups energy that the Queen of Wands has, which trust in your gut, trust in your instinct. She can see the power in her hands. She's got this great connection to the spirit world that can really guide her. And the strength card, you can see the kind of this meshing together of the maiden and the lion, which is the combination of you and your higher self. So both of these cards are just screaming of connection to the spirit world, taking time to really ask them for assistance. You might be seeing a lot of repeating numbers, a lot of synchronicities, things happening in the outside world, and it's because they're wanting to remind you that they're there because they're always behind us, always supporting us, but sometimes we forget. We get so caught up in our human adventure that we forget. And hello, we're here. They do that through those repeating numbers and synchronicities. And I feel like this is part of this message is you can ask us. There's nothing too small to ask us for clarity around, for guidance, for answers, and they will assist you. You know, they're very capable of doing so many things that they're already doing, things we asked them to do before we came down here on a kind of a honey-do list, but we can still ask them of our own free will down here, but they won't meddle in your life outside of what we've already asked them to do without of our own free will asking them. They don't, they really honor that power of choice. So I feel like that's important. What you need to know right now is they are ready and waiting. So all you have to do is ask, right? So many blessings to you. And then Prati Yaksha. Hopefully I didn't murder that too bad. You want any guidance? Let's see what spirit has here for you. All right. I like this. You're in the process of really changing some thoughts and beliefs and mindsets around lack of feeling left behind out in the cold and feeling like you may not have enough for the future, maybe some unworthiness that you're attacking here in a good way with the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is on a quest to see things from a higher perspective, to see things differently, to transform some old thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that are rooted in fear. That's where these feelings of being left behind, being left out in the cold, abandonment are coming from, which were formed when you were younger, but have been running on autopilot below the surface. Well, these ideas, these thoughts, these beliefs, these old emotions are bubbling up to the surface right now so that you can question them and release them and transform them to where they won't continue to impact you below the surface, unbeknownst to you, on because they're on autopilot. They're already impacting you. So bringing them up and questioning them isn't going to make them any more bigger. In fact, it helps you transform them where they stop impacting you and holding you back, because you do have the key right behind you over here in the corner to get through this obstacle that's been here. So I like this, and I feel like you just need to know that the things that are popping up are happening on purpose so you can question those and turn those things around. So I like that for you. That's what they have for you. So many blessings. And then angel blessings, you are up. Any messages from your future spouse? All right. Yeah, I like this progression that's happening here. You have the Six of Swords, which is leaving behind old ways of thinking, moving into new ways of thinking. But there's a lot of movement with that Six of Swords. And the Seven of Cups is this emotional confusion, but I feel like the Six of Swords is about you. I don't know. I feel a strong connection here about you changing locations, movement across water, if that resonates with you, but definitely movement, movement, movement. And could be like you are wanting to move to a different city, different country, different state, whatever it may be, but or travel across water. But I feel it's more permanent. I don't feel like it's just like a vacation. I feel like you're going to go travel somewhere to check out to see if you want to live there, possibly. Um, but I just feel like you're trying to figure out, with the Seven of Cups, you've got a lot of different areas you want to do, and you want to, and that makes sense that you were trying to gather information and process of elimination. Like there's some that you're getting rid of just through research, but I feel like if you're looking at different locations to move, that going to actually visit some of these is what decides it for you. But I understand going to go visit 7 things is like expensive. That's why you're whittling it down. But I feel like you get down to like 3 and you go visit one that helps you decide whether you're going to move somewhere or not, if that makes sense. So I really like it because you're going to allow the energy of the area really to, is it drawing me? I'm not running from something. You don't want to run from something. You want to be drawn to something. And so when you go to these places, if you don't feel drawn to it, then it's not drawing you, right? You can mark that off your list, right? So hopefully that makes sense, angel blessings. That's what's coming in for you. So many blessings to you. And then soul searching vibe. You wanted a future self message here. All right. I do feel here, you've got this opportunities and these situations coming up where you are able to make decisions around things, but this 3 of Swords, this fear of failure, fear of disappointment, fear of letting someone or something down, or even letting yourself down, has been holding you back from making some decisions. This 2 of Swords, she's blindfolded, which means closing your eyes, opening your heart, allowing both your head and heart to have a seat at the table, making these decisions, keeping in mind that knowing that you're a lot of your mind's opinion about the decision making is rooted in fear. So it's important for you to go, well, what do you think, mind? And the mind's like, oh God, no, no, no. And you're like, why? What are you fearing? Let them bring forth the fear because it helps identify some things that your brain is very smart in fearing, going, oh, that's dangerous. Don't do that. Other things, it brings clarity because you're like, I'm not, I see that you're afraid of that, but it's a good fear that I need to overcome and move through this anyway. That's what courage is fearing something and doing it anyway, not, you know, courage is not the lack of fear. It's knowing that you're fearing something and doing it. So you have several different decisions that are coming up here, but definitely let your heart and mind come together to have a compromise, not just let one or the other make the decision. So I like that. Right. So that's what they have for you. Soul searching vibe. So many blessings to you. And then smooth life. You are up. A universe's message for you. Let's take a look here. Wow. Definitely a lot of thinking going on, huh? You got the King of Swords who rolls over the swords with the Queen, but is also given a second portion of air. So they're the master of thinking, right? You got the Knight of Swords, which is movement and questing after higher knowledge and higher wisdom. And I don't know if you are looking at returning to school or learning something. It would be very supported with this, with the King of Swords and the Knight of Swords. It's all about higher education, higher communication, understanding things more clearly. Definitely seeking knowledge is indicated here. If you're trying to figure out something in your life, whether it's love, job, something, and it doesn't have to do with education, this really is about, gaining clarity, seeing things from a higher perspective, stepping away from fears, even asking yourself, what am I fearing in this? What is driving me? Not to overthink, but to see things from a higher perspective is a very important piece of whatever's unfolding with you here, because there's a lot of things that are unseen because the fear can, it's like we're in the middle of a forest. We can't see the forest because of the trees. When we step back, we can see the entire picture. And I feel like that's an important piece of this too. If it's not about going back to school. I mean, I would be surprised if you're not like, well, I was wondering if I should go back or go get a degree or something. It's like, go for it. Certifications, learning, growing, whatever it is, definitely follow your desire for higher knowledge and clarity. Right. So that's what they have for you, smooth life. So many blessings to you. And then Pinky, you want to know what's coming within the 15 days of your energy here. Right. We have this good balancing coming in with the King of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. King of Cups is balancing between the head and the heart, and the Five of Pentacles is these feelings of lack, these feelings of being left behind, abandoned, left out in the cold. And I feel like it's an important piece here because that King of Cups does represent like this energy of an important individual coming into your life who's very compatible. I mean, it's like one of the perfect partner, perfect friendships, besties. It's just the perfect person that's just so you get each other so easily. The glove that fits the hand so perfectly. And so, whatever this is that is coming your way, whether it's romantic or not, I feel is a very important relationship. But this Five of Pentacles, this feelings of lack and not being worthy, is an important thing that you have to really overcome with this because it's just that is what will keep you apart and away from this individual. It'll delay you guys because you just won't feel like, well, no, why would they want to hang around me or like me or whatever? And it's important for you to find your self-worth and find this fullness because the key does lie within you. So really looking at your self-worth and your self-love going, why do I doubt myself? What do I doubt about myself? What am I fearing about myself? This transformation is important and because that person will be coming in soon. So you have time definitely to look into this and transform those lower feelings of unworthiness that are bubbling below the surface. May not be conscious of it, but it's definitely bouncing around down there underneath the surface. It would go back to like 7 years old and younger, where you felt abandoned, felt, you know, you were given a lot, not given a whole lot back. And, you just had this wantingness with whoever this individual was when you were younger. So there's some formulation of thoughts and beliefs about yourself that were created from that, but you can't deal with it mentally. You need to go back and deal with it emotionally instead. So hopefully that makes sense. All right, Pinky, that's what they have. So many blessings to you. And then Cutie, you want to know what is going to surprise you? Dun, 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 dun. Let's take a look here. All right. Wow, you definitely have abundance coming out of nowhere. So I like this. Queen of Pentacles is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, this feeling of wholeness, completeness, birthing, benefit, abundance. If I didn't say that already, the sun is the same thing. It's this brightness, this abundance, this fullness of life. So I feel like you get this. I mean, it can be a windfall of money that I feel surprises you, either if you're working like a raise or a gift of some kind. But I do feel like this abundance comes out of nowhere. And I feel like it comes about because you're choosing you, you're nurturing yourself with this Mother Nature, Mother Nurture energy. And you're choosing you, and boom, you instead of it being welcomed like, oh, look at Mrs. Selfish or Mr. Selfish or whatever, they're like, people celebrate, "Oh my god, you finally chose something to do for yourself. You totally deserve it. You're always giving to everyone else. Let us give to you." I just feel like it's that kind of people are giving back to you that because you're always giving, 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 someone gives you something back and you're like, "Wow, accept it. You deserve it, so accept it." Maybe that's the surprise. You allow yourself to receive a gift. That would be a surprise, wouldn't it? All right, but that's what they have for you, cuties. So many blessings to you. I'm excited for you. All right. And then up next, we got a new three, one of the Aquarius message for you. Let's see what's going on in the mind of Aquarius. Imagine that. Air, air, air for an air sign. So, there's this going back and forth. They have peace of mind, and then they have their mind goes off track and their heart and their head go to battle and then they rest again with the Four of Swords and have the mental stability and then something triggers. And so I just feel like they're letting you know that there's progression happening. We move from the four to the five, but it's like one step forward, one step back, one step forward, one step back. But there is progression. It's not just sitting there. At least it's attempting to move forward in their thinking and thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that they have. So they are, facing some of their fears from the past. They are looking at things, but they still are very much in their head. Not surprising with an air sign. We do a lot of thinking in our head, a lot of overthinking in our lives too. So I just feel like they just want you to know that I'm working on it. There is progression, but I'm still stuck up here. All right. So that's what's coming in a nursery. Got to get used to that. If you want to be with an Aquarius, it's just going to be a part of your life. And if you're like, no, thank you, next, it would be okay too. They'll be fine. All right. So that's what's coming in a nursery. And then day Sturgis, you are up. Message from your angels. All right. Well, two major arcana coming in here. So you've got the Justice card coming in and the Empress energy coming in here. Now, the Justice card, with that Ace of Swords in the middle and the scales, can see the person that they're seeing their reflection here too. There is this important realization of questioning, what do I really want to create? What do I really want to invest my energy into? What is up here that's been given to me from other people of supposed to, should, need to, have to, must? Because those things are, you don't have this creative energy for them, and it's like if you've been wanting to do something and you just can't get yourself to do it, it's because it's not you that's wanting you to do it. It's someone else that has planted it in you that you want to do that, but you really don't. And because you don't have the energy to invest and to create and to birth things, right? And it's like a body that doesn't want to give birth won't get pregnant. It's that kind of energy that is coming in here, is that something that you've been wanting to create that you haven't, that you're beating yourself up for because you haven't had you've been procrastinating, or you hit a block and then you just sit there. If it was something you were truly desiring, you would be going, 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 going. And so that you don't have it, for it tells you a lot about that this is not your dream, it's someone else's dream, right? You wake up in the morning going, oh crap, I got to go live my dream today. That's not yours, it's someone else's. You can give that back, let it go, and find out what your dream is, and then you will have the excitement and want to move forward, and you won't even think about like, oh, I got to go do that. You're like, I'm doing it. That's the way we always find the energy and the time to do things that we want to do. But if it's something we don't want to do, suddenly there's no time. Suddenly there's no money to do it, right? All right. But that's what's coming in for you, Day Sturgis. So many blessings to you. And then Crystal's Day, you are up a monthly reading. So don't forget to check the May monthly playlist that we have. It has, for each individual zodiac sign, a full, really inclusive reading for each individual zodiac sign. There's a video for each one. So be sure to check that out for additional information. Yeah, you've got this transformative energy coming up because you got a 5 and you got a 7. So there's the obstacles coming up, emotional obstacles and energetic obstacles that have been kind of in your face here in the month of May. It's the shaking a little bit, but you know, I don't feel like they're huge things. I just feel like this is maintenance. It's like some emotions coming up and you can deal with them, but they're brought to you, so you can't just, you know, ignore them. They are things to be looked at. Um, but I don't feel like they're like, ooh, huge, huge. But they're enough of little small things that they add up to something. So as you release these things and transform these emotions that don't serve you anymore, really looking at this energy of trying to, like, where you might have dimmed your light in the past, where you have felt like, oh, I can't be me. I've got to, you know, like if someone says, "You're a little much, can you bring it down to here?" And so you dimmed your light. And now when someone does something, you dim your light because like, "Oh, I don't want to blind anyone. I'm sorry." It's like, no, this transformation is about, yeah, other people's emotions are their choice, and there's this oomph, this energy, this courage, this fire that's boiling up within you to go, I am my own sun. I do not ask permission to shine. I do not dim my light for anyone. If anyone can't stand the light, guess what? We've got sunglasses. We got big old sun hats. We've got basements and places where the sun don't shine. And if they don't like it, they can go where the sun don't shine. Oh, boom, right? I like that. Your guides are always so funny. But I like this because there is this, it's a very transformative month where you're letting some emotions go that have held you back, and some hesitancy and shining bright. And I like this nudge from spirit for you to move forward on that. Right. So that's what they have for you, Crystal's day. So many blessings. And then Minahil, you are up. So we want to know what is coming in the near future for you. Let's take a look here. All right. Well, look at this. Two major arcana. I do feel like you're being called to a higher place here with the Hanged Man and the Judgment card, because here's your higher self calling you to see things from a higher perspective. It's like they're introducing you to your life purpose, a calling for your life. And the Hanged Man is about seeing things from this higher perspective and transformation too. So both of these cards are about this transformation of from something old to something new, something higher. And I feel like you are being invited away from the same old into something more that just feels like it's aligned with who you are on the inside instead of like who you're trying to be on the outside. It just feels, I don't know, it just feels like a new, not even a new chapter, but a new book. Like, okay, that was good. That's a book in a series, but now I'm ready to start a new book for my life. And I just feel like there's this whole huge change that's coming in here for you. And I like it. But I feel like it's your higher self that's initiating it. It's not happening to you. Your higher self is like, all right, I had enough. Let's go do this now. So they're really leading you going forward. All right. So that's what they have for you, Minahil. And then Great Courts, any messages from Spirit? All right. Well, yeah, definitely so. You got both the Page of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. So there is this birthing, this newness coming forward here, this outward abundant feeling of fullness and wholeness. Queen of Pentacles is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, taking care of yourself, looking at what you want to do, where you want to head, how you want things to unfold. I really like it for you because it is about seeing your worth in a relationship to the outside world in a different way. In fact, this is great energy. They're telling me, I posted earlier, and you'll see it in my videos. Um, we just put out a pick a card on Wednesday for next Tuesday's Taurus new moon energy, which is about planting new things. The pick a card is something around um, how can you redefine your worth. I feel like this is right up your alley here. So definitely check out that video. Even if you have already, go back in, and if you didn't watch them all, choose a different number. Choose the first one if you didn't choose that one, because I feel like the ace, the new one, I feel like that's an important one. So look at number one. I have no idea what that is included in there, but I feel like that's going to bring you an important message about this new way of looking at yourself and your worth and how you relate it to the world. So that's what's coming in for you, Great Courts. I like it. Ooh, how exciting. All right, so many blessings. Right. And then Melissa Hodzik. Hello, dear. Thank you so much. I wish you a great weekend too. And thank you for the congratulations on my podcast. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I want to know, is Dino thinking of you at all? And you're asking this because spring was the time you met. Oh, okay. Let's take a look here. You know, I I don't feel like they are. And I feel like spirit is kind of saying, um, it's unimportant, you know. We've got the King of Cups, which is the perfect partner for you, someone who's very compatible. And the Emperor energy is someone who rules over all the kings, who is deciding what it's Aries energy, it's about action, it's about movement. And I like this for you because the King of Cups is emphasized, which is like I said, it's one of my cards that's the balance between head and heart. They're just a great compatible person because they can share their emotions, they can communicate, they've got intelligence, they've got emotion, they've got like things that just fit like a glove for you. But that's not all they have, because the Emperor has all four kings. So it has all that energy. They're a big thinker though, because all the kings also get a lot of air energy. Every king does. And of course, the King of Swords rolls over swords. So it's 5 parts air, 1 part fire, 1 part water, 1 part earth. So they are a big thinker, but I feel like they're overall balanced with this energy. So they could be in some sort of higher education, like a professor, someone who teaches or trains something, but very intelligent. But they have a balance of emotion too, a very stable, balanced individual. So I like them for you. But, I feel like they're saying, "No, Dino doesn't think much of it," but they're like, "But don't spend any time on that because you've this person that's coming your way." That's like, "Whoa," you know? So I really like that. Alright, so that's what they have for you, Melissa, so many blessings to you. Right, and we are to Kelsey Wells. So Kelsey, you wanna know what is SM's feelings towards you? Alright, let's take a look here. You know, they kind of are this individual that like takes their time here with the temperance. And the 9 of Pentacles is this, 9 is the hermit's journey. Pentacles is the outside world. I feel like they're very much like an introvert. They like spending a lot of time to themselves. They really like their independence. And with their feelings towards you, I feel like they're just waiting for things to unfold and to see where things go. I just feel like they have such a like, they like to be with themselves, and that doesn't mean, like, they wanna be with a bunch of different people. I just feel like they really like their independence and being able to do what they want when they want, not being attached to anyone, and I feel like they like to do a lot of activities. I don't feel like they're dating a bunch of people, but I feel like they just take a long time to open up and because they don't want to it's like I don't know if it was their dad or their brother or an uncle or grandpa or someone, they learned when they were younger, marriage is like a trap. You just have to give up your entire life. You don't get to live your dream. And I feel like they learned that or felt it or picked it up somewhere along the way. And that's why they strive for their independence because they feel like once you get marriage is like the result. Don't start dating because it leads to marriage, and that's a prison and a trap. And I feel like they've got this, you know, way bizarre. Well, it was probably a common way of thinking sometimes, in the outside world. But I just feel like they're, feeling like, oh, it's a trap, and I really like my independence. I really like being able to do what I want and not feel like I'm someone's prisoner. And whatever, this could have nothing to do with you whatsoever. They just have had it up here from the growing up, and it's running around in there. And so there's nothing that you can do about that. That's something that they have to look at themselves. So hopefully that helps, Kelsey. I know what's going on there, right? All right. So many blessings to you. That's what they have for you right now. And then BJ, you are up. You want to know, will Marwin and you start a relationship together? Let's take a look here. There is a possibility of it. We hear you've got two major arcana. You have the High Priestess and you have the World card. High Priestess is this importance of you stepping back, making sure you're going into your High Priestess temple, connecting emotionally to the higher realms, looking behind the veil, diving deep into your own emotions, and questioning the patterns that you've had going on in your life. Because the World card is the last card in the major arcana, and it is a card of letting go of old cycles, beginning of new adventures without a whole lot of rules and a whole lot of intentions and a whole lot of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts around it. Um, because I feel like the relationship they're looking for is one of an adventure mate, someone that would go journey with me and enjoy life, but not go, well, who are we? What are we to each other? What are your intentions? Are we going to get married? Da, 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 da. It's like there's this, lion who's an adventurer who wants to explore, but they don't want to be caged. But the thing is that it's not like they want to be you know, intimate with all these other people. They want someone, but they don't want to have all these restrictions around it. They just want to be able to show up as themselves, zero expectations, because then they can't disappoint, and then they want to be with someone. But if there's all these expectations, they feel like they have to do so much just to get up to zero that they don't want to do that. They want someone with no expectations. So everything they do is above and beyond extra, and they don't have to fear letting someone down. So this is the kind of energy that they're looking at in their lives. So if you're able to give that to them, you can get in a relationship, but it's about you being free and not expecting anything from them, right? And you're like, no, that's okay. I'll pass expectations here. But still, they don't want that either. They want zero expectations. And if we take ours to zero, we live a life of celebration and joy instead, right? So hopefully that helps, BJ. That's what's coming in right now for you. So many blessings. Right. And then Brittany, you are up. So when will Dwight fall in love with you again? All right. I don't feel like they will. Not that they won't fall in love. I still feel like they love you, but this three cups is third party, and the nine, the hermit, is you being alone, right? Like I feel like if you were okay with a third party, that they would be okay with it, like a throuple, three people, or that you share. Um, but I just feel like their heart wants what it wants. It does. It can be have love for two individuals with different types of love, but I just feel like they are, the heart is torn, and I feel like if they're like they don't want to hurt anyone, it's their goal, but when the heart wants what it wants, I just feel like they can't make a choice, and I don't feel like they want to make a choice. And this hermit is telling me that, if you if you want them just for yourself, then you'll be by yourself. It's just like, screw, let them go then, if it's not what you want. But I just don't feel like they're able to give you all of their heart because it's split, if that makes sense. So sorry, Brittany, but that's what's coming in there with those cards there. So hang in there. You deserve to be with someone like yourself, so don't settle, is what Spirit wants you to know as well. Okay, so many blessings to you, my dear. And then Sag girl, you are up. Are you going to, let's see, am I going to put together the correct lotto numbers? Let's take a look here. You will put together lotto numbers. You have the Ace of Wands and the Magician card coming in here, um, which is all about, there's this message here with both of those cards together about what we focus our energy on is what we draw to us, right? When we focusing on, and I know I play lotto and Powerball here and there too, knowing that, you know, um, I have everything I need inside of my own heart, and I have a lot of gratitude for what I have already. But sometimes we want to do that, right? There's this wanting of like, oh, wouldn't it be just easier if I just had all this stuff? And look at the things I could do for the world. But in the core of that, of wanting to win lotto, is this need. Like I feel like I'm wanting, I feel like I'm missing something. And when we go play that and we involve our energy into it, usually it draws more of the same to us, the wanting. I enjoy wanting to have all this abundance, but that means we don't get it. We enjoy wanting, not having it. Because when we start focusing our energy on gratitude for what we do have in our lives, then we get more, that energy matches and we get more things that come in. So you can play lotto, but I feel like it's about letting go of the outcome is what's important in manifestation, which Magician card and Ace of Wands is all about manifestation energies. It's about really, why do I feel like, what do I feel I'm lacking in my life that I need to win Powerball or Lotto or Mega Million or all those, right? It's like, yeah, we just like the safety, we like the security, we like thinking that we would do wonderful things and help other people. But it's like, what's keeping me from doing that now? I can do a lot of stuff without having that. And so it's really understanding the why, but also realizing the energy that we're investing. Is it missing? Is it wanting? Is it something I'm fearing? Is it something that I'm hating? Um, because that's usually what triggers us to want something. I want to be financially independent, not depend on anyone else, but fear is there, right? So there's some awareness that can come in through all these things, and I feel like that's the main thing they want you to know about here. You're always going to have the perfect lotto numbers for your energy that'll match your energy. So that's what they're saying. Your spirit guides are being very funny. Ha ha ha. But they're that, you always have the perfect numbers. Sometimes I win. I won $12 last week. Woo! It definitely doesn't make up for the other ones that I've spent in the past, right? But we always have the perfect numbers for our what we're wanting to know and learn in the moment, right? So that's your answer. I don't feel like you're going to win Powerball or a big lotto um, at this time. I feel like this energy is they're really wanting you to focus on your abilities and manifestation. Lessons, I guess, is a good word. I don't mean like lessons feels like work, but I just feel knowledge. That sounds better. All right. So that's what they have for you, Sag girl. All right. Many blessings to you. All right. And then Mika Khan, you are up. So will you be satisfied with your surgery results? All right. Let's take a look here. Well, you've got the Eight of Swords and the Strength card, two number eight. So this does show a flowing type of energy, of course. Disclaimer, I'm no medical professional, anything along those lines. This is tarot's designed for entertainment purposes only, okay? So see the disclaimer in the description box of the video. But the Eight of Swords shows looking at a reflection and how satisfied you are with the surgery results has to do with the fears that you're letting go of. When you're looking in that mirror, the Eight of Swords is becoming aware of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that make you feel blinded and bound and trapped because the fears are what influence our perception of our physical body, our physical world. It also is what causes us dis-ease and disease and different things. And so you have the strength, you have this beautiful relationship that's building between you and your higher self, seeing things from a higher perspective, and you're clearing away a lot of things here. So, depending on why, like what's at the root of the surgery, what's at the root of whatever's happening, there's some great knowledge that you can have here that creates the strength that you have within you to overcome. And I feel like you are going to be happy with the surgery results, regardless of what the outcome is, because of these two eights coming in here. It's a very flowing energy. And I feel like you are going to learn a lot about yourself through the process here in a very powerful and strong ways as well. So I feel like that's what they have for you, Mika. Right. So many blessings to you. And then JJJ, you are up. Will you like Cosme's workplace? All right, let's take a look here to see what we have here. Yeah, if you're here, you have the Four of Swords, which is peace of mind, mental stability. Seven of Pentacles, I feel like you'll see it as somewhere that you can grow. The Seven of Pentacles is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. It takes time, for progression, but I feel like you'll like it, that you do see it as someplace that you can grow and that growth is available. And you have peace of mind. So it does feel like it's, it puts your mind at ease. So I feel like that's a yes. I like it. Right. So that's what they have for you, JJJ. So many blessings to you. Right. Take a look here, see how many we've got. I think we've got like a handful left here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've got 7 people left. So hang in there, everyone. All right. So Nela Mederos. So your pet dog Chai, what a great name. You have a special connection. Did you guys know each other in a past life? Let's take a look here. Yeah, I do feel like you did. Yeah, the Ace of Cups, which is a higher love. So, and then the Hierophant, which is like a teacher. It's also like your soul seeing the capital T truth of things. So I definitely feel like you guys did have a special connection here. And it's funny that I feel here like, I mean, I feel like you guys have had many lifetimes together, like buddies here and there. The lifetimes that they're bringing forward for me are where you were their spirit guide in a lifetime and they were your spirit guide in a lifetime. So they weren't present and you weren't present like in physical form, but you were there through everything. In this lifetime, they were like, well, what if I'm an animal? And I feel like you are also like a pet of theirs in a past life as well. I feel like you guys are just kind of okay. Now this time you be that and I be this. All right, and then another lifetime I will be this. So I just definitely feel like it here because the Ace of Cups is unconditional love, which comes from animals anyway. But I just feel like that's a higher love, and with the Hierophant being the major arcana of the teacher, or student or teacher student, that you guys switch back and forth. Like you were my student, I was your teacher. The next lifetime, we're the reverse. So I definitely feel like you guys have been through a lot of lifetimes bantering back and forth in fun ways. So I like it. So that's what they have for you, Nayla. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Kritika Sayani, you are up. So will your career be in the occult sciences or motivational speaker in the future for gaining success in life and fulfilling your soul purpose here? All right, let's take a look here. You know, with this here, you've got the King of Wands and the Four of Cups, emotional stability here. um the King of Wands, this is spiritual energy, this is higher self energy, and with all of this in here I don't feel so much like that it's like a occult sciences, because this King of Wands is like Leo energy. They are drawn to to be seen, to stand out, to lead, right? And so that is someone who's like an influencer type of energy, and that helps bring people like emotional stability in their life instead. So I feel like it's more so that type of energy than it is like you're in occult sciences and you're, you know, um, limited in your influence. I feel like you're more out in front of people, like you were talking with motivational kind of speaker kind of energy. So I like that. So that's what's coming in there for you. So many blessings to you. Right. And then Gogo Rato Maban Balawi. I probably totally murdered that. My apologies. And so it said something happened today, and you'd like to know what your spirit guides have to say about this. All right. It's not the first time that you've gone through this. You got the Page of Cups and the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is like past lifetimes, and there's this repetition that you've wanted to experience things and see things in different ways. The Page of Cups is also about raising your love vibration and wanting to see things from a different perspective. And both of these cards coming in together they just tell me that this isn't the first time and it won't be the last. I feel like you, with whatever was happening, you try to experience things in different ways in different lifetimes, but it's always kind of a certain way with a twist, and then it's a twist of something different. It's another twist of a little something different. But I just feel like you're this huge explorer wanting to experience a lot of different things in a lot of different ways, a lot of same ways, but different. The same, but different. Twist, twist, twist. Plot twist, plot twist, plot twist. And I feel like this is what is coming in here. They just want you to know whatever happened is a plot twist that you wanted to happen. And so you can ask yourself, realize that whatever is happening isn't happening to you, it is happening for you. And why did you want that to happen for you? That'll bring you some clarity and going, okay, I get it now. I feel. So that's what's coming in there for you. Hopefully that makes sense, Go. So many blessings to you. Right. And then Madam Bird, you are up. So With your next relationship, do we see any significant romantic events happening with them? All right, let's take a look here. You know, eventually, you just have some transformation and some changes here. The Devil card, Capricorn Saturn energy, they shake and they rattle your cage of long held thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. The Five of Cups is also a transformation of emotions from spilt cups and lower vibrational emotion to higher vibrational emotion. So I do feel here that there is in your next relationship significant romantic events, but it takes you getting past some of these old beliefs, these old emotions, these old trappings that have caged your heart and not allowed it to go outside and just to be able to express itself. It's an important part of this next relationship is for you to be able just to be and not worry about, oh, the roles, kind of energy that comes in here. So I feel like you'll know what all that means, and that's what they have for you. So no more strings, feeling like outside things are controlling you. Like over here, it's like you're cutting away these strings, these old ways of thinking. That does for you. So I like it. No more caged Madam Bird. All right, so that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. And then Hot Sun, hello. You want to know how faithful has Matt been to you during his divorce? And the bottom of the deck. You're not talking during it and you're getting antsy because it's taking so long. All right, let's take a look here. you know, you do have the Three of Wands, which is a change of direction. The Page of Cups, which is, this higher love, looking forward to this higher love. So, I don't feel like there's like a new love. I feel like this is them looking for the detour. It's taking time to get there. It's like, you, you know, if you've ever been like on a road that they're showing me across, I think it's Lake Charles in Louisiana. It's like if you get on this long, I think it's that one where there's this long or maybe it's Miami, like the down to the Keys, whatever. It's like there's no turnaround. If you get on this bridge, you have to go all the way till you get somewhere, and then you have to turn around and come all the way back. And I just feel like that's the delay. It feels like it's taking forever with that. But they are looking forward, to that love up there. Um, but I just feel like things just are taking forever. Now, the way they have the decks, I have two bottom, but it's been for everyone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this top deck and I'm going to cut it in the middle, and that's going to be the bottom underlying energies. Okay, yeah. So there's a lot of fears. There's a lot of not wanting to hurt people's feelings with this Nine of Swords, and so there's you know, a lot of just a lot of stuff going on with all these supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts and fighting and all this working out of stuff. There's just a lot of fears and a lot of details that are just have to be uncut. There's just a lot of attachment where things just have to and it takes time. It's like when you throw all of your necklaces in one giant heap and it takes time to sort through everything and it's frustrating and you're like, I wish I just can cut them all. But then it's like, but then there's, incomplete things and broken things instead of trying to take it apart without destroying everything. And I feel like that's what's coming in here with that energy, if that makes sense. So that's what they have for you, Hot Sun. So many blessings to you. And then Leo rising, you just had a breakup, and you want to know, do you try to mend or let go? I feel like you already know with this Queen of Cups, trusting your intuition, trusting your gut. The Page of Swords is new, a new communication, moving past, leaving behind the old, heading into the new. So I do feel like it's the Queen of Cups is looking at what you learned about yourself through it, what emotions are coming up. I feel like you already know this. Like, yeah, I feel like, well, but what if? But in your gut, you're like, no, I know I'm supposed to leave. and I'm supposed to head off into something else. And you've got all this awareness that's coming in here with the Page of Swords, the light bulbs, a lot of ahas, a lot of awareness, a lot of clarity coming in for you because they were a mirror showing you what you wanted to see about yourself. But I just feel like going back is like, well, I already looked at myself in the mirror. Do I need to go back and look again? I feel like they've served their purpose, but if you don't look at yourself and transform those things, you'll still just find another mirror with the same reflection in it, right? So I like it for you. So hopefully that makes sense. But that's what they have for you, Leo Rising. So many blessings to you. And then the final reading for this session is going to be Jan V. Gavandi, 27. And hopefully I didn't miss anyone. If I did, my apologies. I will be back in 2 hours for this evening's session. I'll also be back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So if you'd like to join me then, please do so. And Jan V, you want to know what's coming towards you here? All right. Well, you got the Sun and the Ace of Wands. So a lot of fire headed your way here. A lot of, I feel like there's a new passion, a new drive, a new excitement of things in your life here. And I do feel like there's this importance here for you to seek your passion, really strive to go enjoy things that make you feel like you shine. Because when you're living your passion, when you're putting forward this action into your life, that's where you meet someone who's also has that same passion. They're out living their life and loving their life. You're out living and loving your life. And then you're like, wow, you really enjoy this. And then you find out you also enjoy this and you also enjoy this. And you're like, shut up. And then there's a spark that happens, and there's these commonalities where you aren't meeting from passion. It's like you're searching online, dating or whatever, and you're like, oh, passion is ignited. Now we can share our lives together. I feel like it's reversed, which is like best friends sleeping over, where you have this passion about stuff you love. You have mutual passions that you meet while you're doing these mutual passions, and then things spark between the two of you. So I feel like this is what is important for you is not making finding love your passion, finding things that you're passionate about, going doing those things. And it just so happens when you're doing that, you do meet up with someone who has the same passions, and this passion sparks between you. So that is what they want you to know right now, Yambi. So many blessings to you. All right, everybody. I am going to, here in a moment, put a comment listing the order in which all of the readings were completed so you can find it more clearly. And just remember, as you're going throughout each and every second of every day of your life, that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you guys again, much love. And like I said, I'll be back here in a couple hours for this evening session. And tomorrow, if you'd like to join me, until then, much love. Hang in there. Take care of yourself. And we're going to say stay out of trouble, but let's have reasonable expectations and just have fun. We'll see you soon.